Hello, everybody. So good to be here. I'm Brandi, and today we're going to talk a little bit about attachment, and we're going to talk about it from the perspective of manifestation. So I'm so excited that so many of you could join us for this conversation. And as a reminder, I am a happiness coach. And as a happiness coach, I really partner with people who really know the fundamentals on how to be happy. Um, but a lot of times they're still unhappy. And I teach them how to apply these kind of core fundamentals in a way that actually works for them. And I have a gift of helping people bring their awareness to that which isn't known and that which is interfering with them truly being happy. And this allows people who've like checked all the boxes of success and achievement to cultivate true happiness. And the most beautiful part about it is the unintended consequence is that when you cultivate true happiness, that which you're seeking actually comes much easier to you. So you're going to like manifest the life that you're seeking so much more easily. And it's really such a gift. And so this won't be a very long live today, but it is critically important, right? And so when we're looking to manifest something, we oftentimes we set an intention and we're like working towards it, and we can really be pushing to get it. And there's sometimes kind of in this process where we're just holding on so incredibly tightly to calling in that which we're seeking. And I oftentimes tell people it's like trying to hold on to water or sand. The tighter you squeeze, the less likely you are to be able to hold on to it. But if you wanted to kind of carry water in your hand from one place to another, you would just cup it gently and you'd kind of move from space to space. And so oftentimes when we're looking to align or manifest or co-create something, we're clinging to it, right? And oftentimes that's really the root of suffering in our lives, right? Because we want it so badly that we're really kind of invoking these really dense emotions, right? So we're worrying, is it going to happen? We're ruminating, is it going to work out? We have fear that, we may fail. And so all of these dense emotions really like pull us further and further away from actually manifesting the thing that we're looking to call in. And true happiness can only come from letting go of our attachment to the specific outcome and really living in the present moment. And so if we move from kind of gripping to this like light cupping where we have this knowing around that which we're seeking, we have this belief that it is inevitable that we will align to it. And then we just live in the present moment and we continue to take action towards that which we are seeking. And we know that our action is moving us closer and closer and closer, right? And so one way that we can kind of release this like over attachment to the outcome is to, again, just focus on taking action. So what is the process that I need to go to move me closer to the goal, right? And as I'm moving through that process, it really is a step-by-step, day-by-day process, right? So it's like, oh, okay, if I want to, for example, right, like when I was working in corporate America, I had this idea that I wanted to be a vice president of sales, by a certain age. And so as I was thinking about my career, that was kind of my long-term goal. But I thought about it in terms of a pyramid. What are the steps that I need to take in every way, right? So I had to always demonstrate that I was really great at my current job, right? So that helped me in the current moment. I had to build relationships kind of across the organization, across silos to make sure that like people in different functions had insight on my work and what I brought to the table. And then I ultimately had to demonstrate that I could do the job before I ever got it, right? But I just sat in this really beautiful space of knowing that my work would really speak for itself. And so I wasn't so attached to the outcome, but I had clarity on the process that I needed to put in place in order to evolve my career in that direction, right? But if you are fixated on the result, then you sometimes aren't going to have this really beautiful process. And when I moved into that role, what I oftentimes found was that people would call me and they would just want to know how they got the next job, right? And so they were so fixated on the next job that they weren't kind of in this present moment doing their current job just really well, and realizing that with that intention and kind of the effort in this present moment, that alignment would be inevitable, right? And so really just focus on the steps and know that every day you are moving closer, and that the more that you enjoy the journey, the more that you can relinquish attachment to the outcome, the more beautiful the journey will be, and the increased likelihood of achieving the goal. And also, right, when you're in this present moment, when you're committed to joy each and every day, you're going to find more ease and flow in your life. You're going to see that there's less friction in the process, right? So when there's friction in the process, you'll find that it's because you're just overly committed to the outcome and not the journey, right? So we can practice mindfulness. We can be in this present moment, and we realize that we set our intention and then we release it to the universe, and we just take action towards the goal, right? Another thing that's really important is that as we're on this journey, right, the journey will be not perfect because we're human. And as humans, the journey is not meant to be perfect. And so it really means like that we want to let go of any regrets about the past. We want to have a lot of grace with ourselves as we are on this journey. And when you have grace, then you move through, you acknowledge that it won't be perfect. And then that too is part of this beautiful life that you're building, right? And so just focus on the now, right? Worrying about the past, reliving the past, trying to reconfigure what has already happened. It's not the best use of your energy because it's actually just not possible, right? So instead, we're always kind of living in the present and pre-paving the future, right? And so when you cultivate that sense of non-attachment to the outcome, you acknowledge that life can be unpredictable, but that's the beauty of it. Kind of living in this instability, this knowing that there will be kind of this curvy road. It's never a straight line. When you acknowledge that, then you can be in this really beautiful space, right? And what that ultimately allows you to do is release control and realize that you're co-creating with infinite intelligence, and that our brains aren't powerful enough to see what is possible in a way that infinite intelligence can orchestrate it. So it may not all make sense to your logical mind, but you have to have a knowing that it will work out. And then I always set my personal intention for this or something better and sit in this place of peace. And so today, I just really wanted to share again the importance of living in the present, releasing attachment, and just gingerly and gently holding on to your outcome, but knowing that it will inevitably occur. So this is a really straightforward live today. I did want to take a moment just to share with you that I have an upcoming Joy Blueprint. It's a 4-week program. If you sign up prior to June 6th, you will receive a complimentary coaching call included with your $497 investment. I think we should be able to post right here. There you go. We've posted it in the comments. I'd love to have you there. In the 4-week program, you'll receive guidance each and every day around how to move along this beautiful journey to happiness, and how that journey will allow you to really up-level your life in a way where you're going to see more ease and flow, greater synchronicity. And so you're going to align with your success much more easily as you navigate this program. So I'd love to see you there. If you're listening to this later and you have any questions or comments, feel free to share them in the chat. I always come back and read here and make sure that I answer them. Thank you so much for joining me. Just remember that the world would be such a better place if we had 8 billion really happy people. So I invite you all to always prioritize joy over all else, and know that to change the world, it starts with changing ourselves. Sending you lots of love. Talk soon. Bye now.